Your own brother. Imagine your own blood brother, your younger brother is now a president. You now enter the office, they say, Charlie. With all their entourage. If you are in your room, do that. But now they are in their office. Say, Presido. You are knocking, you are hitting their head in public. So you are now president too. Say, this guy, you that are cleaning your bomb. My brother, they will bomb inside prison. No? It will take only the test just to hold on. By the time they give you fivefold ministry. But many of us is what we do. You have friends, you have classmates who God have now lifted above you. It's not their fault. That you too, you are under them. It's not your fault. God can use them to bring you up there. So why are you raising shoulder? Honor. Honor, like I said, is to be valued. When you genuinely honor, you don't keep it in your heart. You show it. You show it. Number 3, atmosphere. Atmosphere. If you don't give the right atmosphere, you will not receive what you ought to receive. If you read the book of 2 Kings chapter 3, verse 15, while they came to seek for a prophet to minister concerning the journey they were to embark on, the prophet said, get me a minstrel. All he was asking for was an atmosphere. Even the best of prophets will struggle in the wrong atmosphere. And it is men that create atmosphere. When you find yourself around the prophet, open up. Now let me tell you one funny thing. It is a realm and the dimension where you come for a prophet, your thoughts are being read. Your thoughts communicate. The spirit to spirit. So now, while you are thinking the wrong thing, you are passing the wrong message. That is why your desires must be right in coming to seek the face of God. So some know have come before prophets, they have financial challenges. And when they come, they are not afraid. That's just not my sin, we talk about it. And now they start talking about your sin, but that was not their focus. You opened it. Oh, you can open and you can close. Yes, you can open and you can close. The right atmosphere. Atmosphere is created by hunger. Have you wondered, have you noticed there are more miracles in crusade than churches? What's the difference? Hunger. The people know that this program will finish in 2 days. They know they will not see this crusade again. It's 3 days, 7 days to be finished, 8 days. But church service, next Sunday is still Sunday. Bible study, next week, this thing is still Bible study. But that Bible study carry what it takes to change your life, but you saw it as common. The hunger. It's a day that hunger and thirst after righteousness shall be filled. If you are not hungry, no feeling. If you are not hungry, no feeling. Another thing that creates atmosphere is prayer. Not prayer of notice me, real prayer. And what hunger actually does is that hunger drives you to pray. Prayer. I've told us, next level is in 2 days. You will be shocked. Somebody somewhere who is not a member, who did not support, who have not put any effort, have been fasting for 14 days. Yeah. Father, remember me. Father, remember me. And you, who the program was organized for, fasting, prayer, eating all the edibles. Even the one they should throw away, you ate it. By the time you program that finish, you say, God, why me? Why me? Another thing that creates atmosphere is worship. When intense worship is released, prophet relies on open heaven. And these things we just mentioned triggers open heaven for the church and for the individual. You don't have good phone and the phone is ringing in church. Once you enter church, the first thing you do is to silence your phone and put on flight mode. There isn't one Android young phone is ringing. What if it's iPhone there? You put speaker on it. Be careful. Atmosphere. Somebody say atmosphere. Somebody say atmosphere. Atmosphere. If you read the book of John 5, the Bible said an angel come to trouble the water every year. once in a year, the moment the water is troubled, anyone that enters, the word trouble there simply means creating an atmosphere. No matter your problem, if you are able to enter, this atmosphere carry what you are looking for. Listen, from my experience, you can take from a prophet what a prophet does not want to give if you can create the atmosphere. Elijah was never ready to give Elisha the mantle. He said, if you see me go, you take. And while the wild wind has taken him, the guy was still there with the mantle. Why you carry mantle to heaven? You don't need mantle to heaven. But a man who knew how to control atmosphere, he shouted, my father, my father! The chariot of, the Bible said the mantle fell. Gehazi came, couldn't take it. Elisha died, that his bones carried mantles. One day, they went to bury a soldier, and they threw the soldier because there were fighters coming. Threw the soldier. The soldier touched the bones of Elijah and woke up. Bones did miracle a full human being couldn't do because of lack of honor. If we read Bible and follow Bible, we will learn. But I'm not allowing God to flow. God will stop. And when you allow God to use you, he honors you. Look at the donkey that Jesus sat on. Mark chapter 11. We're talking about a donkey now, not human being. Donkey is being talked about. We're reading in the Bible. And there were human beings in that generation. Nobody's talking about them. Because why? They didn't allow Christ to use them. The donkey was honored. When they threw clothes on the floor, it was not Christ that walked, it was donkey that walked. So when you carry God's work, you're not getting what I'm saying at all. When you carry the work of God, when the honor comes, it comes to you, even though it's for God. God does not eat honor. He just wants to see your heart. Any physical honor, it comes to you. Number what? Number what? Obedience. If you must receive a prophet and receive a prophetic word, obedience is a must. It's not a negotiation. 1 Kings 17, 9 to 15. So before we talk about obedience, it means there is first an instruction. Instructions precedes obedience. Now, the moment an instruction becomes too heavy in your heart, it does not make the instruction big. It just makes you too stubborn. No instruction is too big. It's just you that is too hard. You know, if I say everybody here jump up now, somebody asks, why? Is jumping hard? But why is the person saying hard? They are just stubborn. And rebellious people know how to question everything. And they think they are smart. Foolishness. They question everything. Everyone stand. Why? Is it wrong to ask questions? No. But you see, once you are dealing with God, be foolish. The moment you start dealing with God, be a fool. Naaman almost lost his miracle because of question. In his heart, while he was going to the prophet, because the king gave a recommendation letter, he already had the posture to receive miracle. That when I come, he will just come out and just come, say where's the leprosy, lay hands and do why, then it will go. And he got there. Prophet didn't come and send his boy. They go and tell him he should go to River Jordan and dip 7 times. He said, what happened to our River Abana? What happened to that? What happened to that? And he couldn't even come out and even see my face or to lay. And you see how where the king does he even know who I am? And the servant, nice guy, how do people around you? I said, my boss, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Can I tell you the truth? You are smelly. They say, go and bath. They say, go and bath. You are smelly, sir. I don't know how to tell you, but go and bath. Go and bath. Thank God for that one servant who was able to change his heart. And when he went there, the prophet said 7. He dipped once, nothing happened. I know in his mind, okay, is there anything now? Okay, let me try. 2. Look at it now. Is there any change now? He said, prophet. What are we do to him? I'm a soldier. After here, we arrest him. Number 3. Oh, look at it now. Any change? Boss, continue now. You are still smelling, still bath. Number 4. Are you? If I come, don't worry. 6, 7. As he came up, and he felt foolish in his eyes. When you deal with God, don't be wise in your eyes, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. Don't be wise in your eyes. You can't follow God with your wisdom. Once you want to follow God, shut down your 5 senses. Shut it down. Follow. Because there are things God will tell you to do. It does not make sense. Doesn't make sense. Arise, get thee to the Zarephath, which belongeth to Sidon, and dwell there. Behold, I have commanded a widow there to sustain thee. If it was this generation, that God sent a man of God to a widow, the prophet will trend on Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, everywhere, YouTube. Then they will arrest him, sentence him to life imprisonment. Took widows for thief, ole, thief. In fact, the widow will be the first to report to police. He doesn't care about me. I've heard people say things like, widows should not pay tithe. Widows should not give seed. This scripture 1, and the widow's mite. When the widow came and dropped what she called her mite, Jesus said she gave the best. Right? Did he give her back? So what about you reading? Because our template is Jesus. I understand the part of the excesses. The widow needs help. And the way to be helped is to let go, not to withhold. Oh, she gave the best. All right, let's gather the church offering. Let's give the widow. She will still come back a widow. But that was the last time she was recorded to be in that situation. So he arose and went to Zarephath. And when he came to the gate of the city, behold, the widow woman was there gathering of sticks. And he called her and said, fetch me, I pray thee, a little water in a vessel that I may drink. What the person asked for? Water. Right? Okay. And as she was going to fetch it, he called her and said, bring me, I pray thee, a morsel of bread in thy hand. Look at the next reaction. And she said, as the Lord thy God liveth, I have not a cake, but an handful of meal in a barrel, and a little oil in a cruse. And behold, I am gathering 2 sticks, that I may go in and dress it for me and my son, that we may eat and die. The next verse. Look at the prophet's response. And Elijah said unto her, fear not, go and do as thou hast said. But make me thereof a little cake first. Another word for this is to hell with you. A very subtle way to say to hell with you. bring unto me, and after, make for thee and thy son. The next verse. I'm going to show you a few things here, and let's begin to wrap up. For thus saith the Lord God of Israel, the barrel of meal shall not waste, neither shall the cruse of oil fail, until the day that the Lord sendeth rain upon the earth. The next verse. And she went and did according to the saying of Elijah, and she and he and her house did eat many days. She didn't die again. Now, the first thing there was this. When the prophet asked for water, she didn't complain. She went. They called her back. So when God sent Elijah to go to the widow's house, he didn't tell him what kind of food. He will know what will solve her problem by her scarcity. God, at some point, particularly when God wants to do something crazy for you, He does not ask you from your abundance. He asks you from your emptiness. If it's plenty, He will tell you to give all. If it's small, He will tell you to give majority of the small. So when they ask for water, the one will say, this one will not bring miracle. I know. Because she has a lot of it. That's not the solution. Say, bring me bread. Say, no, man of God, this one there, if I give you, I will die. Say, this is the solution. Say, whatever you say, see, go and bring it. And now, while she was arguing, she didn't know God had a plan. Are you following? In that your argument, there's a plan that God has, but your argument have already cancelled it. Let me tell you simply one reason why most of our giving don't work. We're giving our own comfort. When was the last time you had God of what to give? But what you did is just calculate. I have 1,000, 200 for my shoe, 50 for my hair, 20 for my nails, 10 for my perfume. I will use this one for this, do this one. So it's left with this 100. So I'll give God 50 and keep 50. It's the right way to give, all right? Give with plan. But there must be a time where you give out of a leading. Particularly when you are in a fix, you are in a difficult situation, there's something you want to break, there's something you want to end. Hey, don't plan. I'm telling you, don't plan. Ask God, what do I do? Ask God, what do I do? I've told you, for some time, I'm one of the bad pastors that can pastor you. Director has been following me for a very long time. I used to give instructions a lot. I stopped. Because people in their mind thought they want to mugu me. I stopped. I don't want headache. I don't want any stress. I stopped. But I discovered that the kind of miracles you recorded then and now is not the same. Oh yeah, I'm telling you, they are not the same. What you like will not help you. It's what God wants that will help you. So as long as you keep doing what you like, what you want, and how you want what you want, you're going to remain in the problem that you are in. You get what I'm saying? So now you want to fast. On a good day, you will just do 6 to 12, right? And that might not be your solution. But if God tells you, say, do 6 to 6, God knows you can't do it. That's why He sent you. And in your obedience, what is holding your breaks off? That on a good day, if you give 500 Ghana, you might commit suicide. You have to give around 200 Ghana, 100, and you are fine. If you give 200 Ghana, you might not sleep for 2 days. Now God now tell you, say give 500, and your BP just rise. How did God start bringing me out of poverty? 500 Ghana cedis. Yeah. 7 years ago or 6 years ago, while I was still pastoring in Kumasi, we were coming to have a program in Accra, and I was praying to God, I'm tired. I was a pastor owing Momo. Quick loan was my favorite location. The moment things are tough, go to quick loan, I've withdrawn. At some point, I borrow offering Saturday. Let me tell you how bad it was. I will call somebody, borrow offering Saturday. Sunday, I will collect from church money to pay back the offering I borrowed. That's how I was living. said, God, no, this no, something is not right. I prayed, I was on fasting. And God said, the man of God is coming. Go look for 500 Ghana cedis and I will ask him to take it. As of that time, I was not having 500 Ghana cedis. I had one nice TV in my house I gave her. I said, my pastor almost beat me. Sister, I gave my TV to media. I brought it to Accra to give to media. That was after that time. I gave it to media. This thing. My pastor prayed. So now I went to media. I said, Pastor Nobert said he gave his TV. Let me see. When they brought that, he called me. He called me. He said, where's the TV you gave to media? I said, it's with media. He said, this small thing. It was 24-inch television. Home use. He said, this thing. I allow me pray prayer for you. So the kind of prayer I pray from it is somebody who gave some 60-inch TV. Because the way that TV was my life. Yeah. It was my life. I didn't know I was wallowing and dying in poverty. So when I took that seat, got in, the man of God just gave me a few minutes. While he got on the altar, began to worship. He said, I want to preach, I can't preach. While I was coming, God just told me to take a seed of a 500 Ghana cedis, that there are people he want to bring out of poverty. Of all the church, over 200, there was only me and one man that had it cash. Others came out, they do their own later. He said, then do your own later. But both of you knew that, took oil, poured. I went back, the same week, somebody called from Germany. I've been praying for this woman for weeks or months. Called. So I just heard God yesterday night. God said I should put you on salary every month. Same week. I can't remember. I think I sold my phone to raise that 500 Ghana cedis. That's how bad it was. I sold my phone to raise that money. 500 Ghana. What I'm saying is that where you are, you can come out of it. Everybody's situation might not be given. God can just tell you, leave that boyfriend. Or you don't know that wrong boyfriend can make you poor. God can just tell you, pack out of that house. But do you know what? It's family house. You are not paying rent, so you can't leave. Because you think it's free house. When I'm praying for a young guy, he had dated a girlfriend for 13 years. That's degree, master's, PhD, another degree, secondary school. Lawyers are from secondary school. So from secondary school to degree, to PhD, 13 years. So while he walked into church that day, he came, he was having some issue and all of that. And I picked him, I said, God said, move from your house. Every other thing I said, the guy was, oh, thank you, sir. I received. It's true. It's true. The one that said, move from your house, the guy's face changed. He said, it's the father's house. That he can't leave. That he has his room there, he can't go anywhere. I have to talk and talk and talk and talk. Eventually became a member. That became the issue of discussion. Every prophetic word we gave was hanging. I said, God said, leave the house. The guy said he can't leave. Finally, after many struggle, he moved. 1 month, they got married. I'm not kidding you. So what has held this young man's life all this while was his father's house. So God can tell you, move out of that house. And to you, it's a cheap house. Where you are paying 50 Ghana cedis a month. See? Sometimes every one of us have been guilty of this one way or the other. You are trying to buy something economical and you now spend more than. Instead of buying a new phone, you go and look for, you won't go to Circle and enter shop. Those guys that stand by the road and they are doing phone, and you now got home in soap you bought. If you had entered shop, you would have bought a phone, even if it's more expensive. Now you bought soap or bought fufu, and there's no soup to eat the fufu. So while you are looking for a cheap house that you want to be economical, in your 6 months of staying there, you've spent much money in the hospital. In your 1 year of staying there, you've lost contracts, you've lost opportunities, you've lost favor, you've gathered irrelevant enemies. The neighbor on the left is fighting you. The one on the right is fighting you. The one at the back say you pray too much. The one on the next compound say you dance too much. The one there say you smile too much. One of the bad things about staying around poor people, they complain for irrelevant things. Fried chicken, you've already committed offense. Why is the chicken sent it out of your kitchen? The story building, and you just banged your leg. You've already caused problem. You want to kill me. Every time you pray, my chest will be paining me. Irrelevant excuse. May God prosper you. The Bible said, none among them shall be feeble. Among this church, none shall be poor. We must walk in obedience. Are you hearing me? We must walk in obedience. Number five is sacrifice. I've touched it. I've discovered there's something synonymous with sacrifice and the prophetic. Reading through my Bible, most of the people who went to encounter prophets, they will always prepare themselves sacrificially. When Samuel was to meet Saul, the servant of Saul asked him, he said, Saul rather asked the servant, he said, if we go to the prophet, what are we going to give? Now let me give you this key. Sometimes, most times, when you go to see a man of God, you have a seed. Don't wait to talk before you give. Show your seed before you talk. You just unlocked something. I remember one day I went to see a man of God. People were plenty. It was his birthday, and I went to pick up a friend there who was in the church with him. And so I got a lot of people who said today is not in the mood to prophesy, so we just talk and go. So people just come, you greet them, and they will go, greet them, they will go. So I got there, I took an envelope, and I gave him. All of them said, come. Say, thus say the Lord. He gave me a very sharp, accurate message. And he started to tell everybody there. He said, this opens the prophetic even when it's not ready. From there, began to prophesy. So I've already closed. From there, they began to prophesy. So sometimes, put whatever it is you have on the table first before you continue talking for your own good. The king was to send his servant to go and make inquiry of Elijah. He said, when you go, take this, take this, take this, take this, take this, and go ask him, will I live? Even when Naaman went to see Elisha, he carried gifts. The reason why Elisha rejected the gift was simply, Naaman said with his mouth, that before he went there, he went to present the gift to their idol. So that was why Elisha didn't take it. So Gehazi didn't know. What he did was simply when he went to the idol, it is that I transfer my leprosy to this gift. As I sow, you see, for those of you who are now learning, growing ministry, if you are not developed, don't collect envelope. Because some persons who bring envelope, they've already prayed their problem inside. Father, I give this seed, take away marital delay. And you young people, you're not married. And there's some money you don't eat. Some should go to church project. Some should go to your pastor. Some should go to the altar. Well, you know you are altar, you are church, you are project. You are everything. El Shaddai. You took it. And you now heard the girl say, my daughter, whatever you brought this seed for, it is done. And the girl left, got married. You know, ancient to this, you can't get married again. 30 come, 40 come, 45, you are still single. Still they do yagaba, yayo, ayo, kayo. My brother, go and marry. Go and marry, you're getting old. You have eaten what you should not eat. There are persons who bring me seed. The moment my eyes open, I see the product, I don't touch it. I say, put it on the altar. So this one is not my case. There are some, I don't open it. As I take the money, I put it in my bag, I go find my prophet. I say, this case, I can't deal with it. I go hand it over. Let the battle go to where it has to go to. You eat everything, you will die soon. You know why you peel yam? Because there's a part that is poisonous. Are you feeling what I just said? There's a part that is poisonous. So if you eat everything you receive, you will die soon. Tithe you eat, offering you eat, Seed you eat, savings you eat, investment you eat. Even borrow money and you eat. The one they gave you to keep, you ate it. If you eat everything, take it from me, you will die soon. Look at the Shunammite woman. Look at the Zarephath woman. From 2 Kings chapter 4, from verse 1, read verse 2 specifically. After the woman gave the prophet the scenario of her issue, she said, what do you have in your house? And the woman gave she and the husband's usual declaration. Say, we have nothing. They should not remember. That was what killed my husband. If I continue like this, me too, I will die. Now, the irony of the whole story is simply that the oil that saved the woman was there when the husband died. Are you getting me at all? Why didn't the man bring it up for the prophet? Because in her heart, they want to mogul me. They want to use me. When the wife began to analyze the prophet's life, go back to verse 1 for me. She told the prophet what was wrong. She didn't even know. Look at this. Now there cried a certain woman of the wives of the sons of the prophet. So the man was also a prophet. Okay? So probably was already measuring shoulder with Elijah. You too, I see. Me, I see. Not doing that, the grace mate is not age mate. Unto Elisha saying, thy servant, my husband, is dead. Not thy son, no. It's not a son. He comes to claim son, but I know him is not a son. The way he behaved is not one. She went further. He said, and thou knowest that thy servant did fear the Lord. But the wife never pointed to where he served Elisha or had honor for Elisha. It's only God he fears. I've seen people who make such comment. Say, I don't fear man, I only fear God. Are we not all human beings, my brother? We are not all human beings. We are not all human beings. There are men God has given your life to. There are people that their life can cover your life, preserve you. Their life can also disappear your life. Arrogance. Pride without any what. So we know he fears the Lord. But you know, I know he doesn't have that regard for you. I know he doesn't have regard. You will be shocked. Maybe Elisha has also asked the man, what do you have in your house? So go to verse 2. The wife said, nothing first. Only God knows what touch her brain. And to tell you that the woman knew that the man was the problem was simply, Sisika is here, the husband is here. If the husband has followed me for 10 years, no proof, she won't come to me. Because she knows he has been here. What changed? Nothing. So why should I go also? But now the husband died and she went to the man of God. She knew that since I would have intervened, since I would have come to, but the man blocked me. Like he too. I remember, where was it? I can't remember. Yes, in Volta. A man of God says an apostle was coming to our church. The wife had to come and report him to me one day. He said, help my husband. He's foolish. He said, he doesn't know anything. So women, they will not last in marriage. There are things you don't say. We know it's true. Okay. Say, I've told you he doesn't know anything. He should come and learn from you. He told me, he said, that's small boy. And he will come to church and come and tell me he's having these issues, and we'll pray. When he go home, we tell you, that's small boy. He said, but I've watched you. They were in the church before I was transferred there. So they were there, I met them there. And the pastor who was there before me wasn't wise. So he forms apostle for the pastor and he comes like this. And he have height and size. And they gave him position. The moment I came here, I sacked him. Oh, me, no. I was trained hard. I know people who don't have honor and respect when I see one. As I came, I fired him first of all. That was the first thing I did. Fired him. Become a floor member. You can't be an apostle, I'm a pastor. Who is not the one running the church? And it's not the ministry that this ministry that ordained you. So guys are fired. Find the child at the back and sit down there. And the master tell the guy, this small boy. This is why I said, he's foolish. He doesn't know anything. He said, nothing is working. Help him. I've told him he should come and meet you and learn. He doesn't want to come and learn. And I told her, so madam, it's not like that. We spoke. 2 days later, my phone rang. Lo and behold, he was in. I want to come and see you. Man of God, how are you doing? I said, fine. I want to come and see you. I said, okay, fine, you can come. I gave him my address. He came. Somebody who the wife told me he has told to come and learn came and began to tell me the dimensions of the visions he had been seeing. And he was in a vision, he saw 2 angels. I said, oh, since you saw angels, what do I do? I can't help you. You saw angels. Me, I'm not seeing angels. You saw them. So let's stay here. Saw 2 angels. One of them came with a miraculous dimension, and one showed him one miracle. One of his hands grew more than one. He did like this again. One now became shorter than one. That it can make short leg long now. It can make tall leg short now. I mean, I was looking. When he finished, I said, okay, sir, no problem. This same person, I gave him opening prayer to do one day during prayer. The man was admitted in the hospital. I'm not even bear me witness. He didn't come again. He said while he was doing the prayer, he saw the princess of the moon. In this village. And she shot something. Because he was just doing prayer, he began to cough. I had to go and collect the mic. So that small children will do. These apostles don't do opening prayer, they are big men. So I gave him. They admitted him in the hospital when he got home. Passed out. Carrying big title without mantle. What is the way out? One day I have to ask him, so who are you submitted to? Say, oh, it doesn't matter. And he has a very nice voice, apostolic voice. It doesn't matter. Once God is there, everything is fine. What I'm saying is not the man, it's you. What are you submitting to? That's what I'm saying. What are you submitting to? Life not hard though. Are you stubborn? Life is not hard. Are you stubborn? Life is not hard. Do you know why this fan is turning? Simply because it's obeying the motto inside. That the motto says this is the way we should go. The moment the blade chooses contrary, it's done working. So as long as you are choosing your own path and you don't want to submit, you are done. The worst thing that will happen to a human being is to be present and your absence is being felt. You are present, but you are feeling your absence. And when you are absent, nobody notices. Worst kind of life. So we must understand the principle of sacrifice. Sacrifice doesn't come in comfort. Alright? It doesn't. Particularly when you want to make a major shift. Please, if at all you hear the things I say, it's going to help you. We grow by age, right? Hormones, size, glands, and other things. The same way you should grow by your spiritual life, your finances. Don't stay 5 years. You are still on the same level financially. 5 years cries too far. Only your shoe has grown. Your income has not